Hello everyone, welcome to the long-awaited return, at least for this episode anyway, of Slammin Synapses. My name's Albert Gurrier. About this time I'll be saying that this segment will be submitted for possible inclusion to the PW Insider family of websites. That's pwinsider.com, pwinsiderelite.com, pwinsiderextra, They have a Facebook presence at PW Insider and on Twitter at pwinsider.com. Not sure if I'm going to do that as of yet, but definitely great sites to visit. Lots of great audio, lots of great articles. You won't be disappointed. Now, most people have asked, where have my segments gone? I haven't done one of these in at least a year or so. This is what's been going on. Life's been busy. Life's been hectic. I'd be lucky to watch wrestling at least 2 hours a week. But, so, my segments are going to be more history, but nothing really to back it up in terms of anything that was going on at the current time. So basically I didn't do them anymore because I wanted content to fill so that there's something there, as opposed to me just going on randomly about stuff that couldn't really be tied or, like I said, associated with anything going on today. So I figure you guys deserve some sort of quality as opposed to quantity, so just kind of got out of it. But times have changed. Still a little busy. Still a little hectic. Still am able to get about 2 or 3 hours in a week. But may have a little bit more time to watch it. Give you some forethought and such. So, what am I going to do my first time back at the start of the new year? Well, out of all the wrestling that I watch, the one thing that I try to fit in more than anything is not Raw or Smackdown or Impact or anything else. I can't tell you the last time I've ever seen Impact. But the one thing that is a constant that I try to keep up on is WWE Next. This segment is about 5 talents in there right now that I feel could be brought up to the main roster in 2004 to either Raw or SmackDown. First off, I want to apologize for the angle at which this is at. It's the best place I could put this, so if this throws you off, I apologize. But, get back to what I'm talking about. Like I said, there's 5 talents in NXT that I feel could definitely be brought up to the main roster in 2014. The first one is Tyler Breeze. Now with him, if they were going to bring him in, I would do the Fandango. I would really push him along the lines of the way they do Fandango and go over the top with him, because his character and demeanor kind of presents itself for that. I think if they get that behind him and give him a substantial push, I really think that he could be a definite mid-carder, strong mid-carder. Doubtful as of a main eventer as of yet, but if he keeps up what he's doing, then he could definitely get there with the right tweaking here and there. But he definitely has the skills right now, and definitely has the charisma that is currently needed in WWE. If you've ever seen Tyler Breeze in action, you could agree with me that his style is very flamboyant, very over the top, and is just you pretty much want to despise him, but at the same time you kind of like him. So, question is though, in keeping what I've said in mind, will the Flash overtake the wrestler, or can the wrestler sustain the Flash? We'll see. Next talent that I feel should be brought up in 2014. It's a tag team. The team of Connor and Victor. The team of the Ascension. They are the current NXT tag team champions at this time. Big guys, and now in WWE where they're focusing on big guys, they could definitely come in. They could definitely make a presence. The entrance that they have is yeah, that's all I could say. I mean, I'm really speechless when it comes to it, but it really gets your adrenaline flowing. That you're going to see 2 guys come out, beat the crap out of their opponents, and just walk away like, oh, nothing happened. they just have that dominance there that I think could take them far in the tag team scene in WWE. I mean, you look at the Wyatts, you look at the Shield, you look at, let's see, who else do they have there? Well, I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. There's not many dominant tag teams in WWE in Raw or SmackDown at the moment that they could definitely fit in, and definitely fit in very well. Question is, how much of a longevity will that domination take a hold of? Next talent, number 3. She is the current WWE Next Women's Champion. Her name is Paige. Paige is by far a great technician. She definitely has the talent. She definitely has the skills to go far in this business. It's like, to see her is to watch art at work in a ring. It's like, she's, in my opinion, she's up there along the lines of like the Hart family. I mean, her bloodline is wrestling, so she has the second generational skills to take her far, and lots of learning capability to do so. She is basically the anti-diva as well. You're not going to see her like glamming it up with the Bellas, or you're not going to see her like side by side with, what's her name, Eva Marie or the Funkadactyls. No, you'll see her along the lines of teaming with someone like Natalia or AJ Lee or who else do they have there? Possibly Caitlyn. But she would definitely bring a lot to the Federation in terms of a work ethic that, like I said, I think will take her far. Question is, will her being too much of a technician be a detriment in a land filled of beauty queens and fashion plates? We'll see. Next talent that I think should be brought up in 2014 to the Raw and Smackdown roster is currently the number 1 contender to the Women's Championship, and that is Emma. Now, in Next, she came from Australia. She has a lot of skills with her. She's more along the lines of a Santino type. Because, I mean, if you were to watch her, it's like she has this really off music, and she does this. It's like part of her. She does this little dance where she does her things with hands, and it's really funny to watch. It's really entertaining. But then she gets in the ring, and then while she's still a bit quirky, while she's still a bit off, she's still very entertaining. You find yourself wanting to embrace her, wanting to just like reach out and give her a hug and just be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Because she's just that lovable and just that enjoyable that I think she could bring what it takes along the lines of a Santino in terms of the comedic style, but at the same time, she could wrestle. Question is that something that can translate to a bigger stage? I think so. Because, I mean, you look at Fandango, he comes out, and all of a sudden the crowd's going, da 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 da. So, we'll see on that. The 5th talent. And trust me, coming up with this 5th one was very, very difficult considering all the talents. And keep in mind, this is just my opinion. It's strictly my opinion, strictly my thoughts. In no way do I discount anyone that's currently working down there today. Because, I mean, there's so many people that I think could be brought up, but this is narrowing down to the top 5. So number 5. You think I would have prepared this ahead of time, because as I've gotten down the list, it's like more people have come in, more people have gone out, and so let's see. Number 5, in terms of who I think could be brought up to the main roster sometime in 2014. Okay, I'll take the cheap way out. I take the easy way out. Three-way tie. Bo Dallas, who's the current NXT champion. The Moonchild CJ Parker. Very interesting gimmick. He's very hip for the most part. Kind of. It's hard to explain him. You just have to watch him and just have to. He's like a hippie child. Definitely a hippie child. Long hair, a bit on the far outside. So, and who else? Like I said, this gets hard as we go down the list because, like I said, it's like I would feel that I would be discounting someone by not including them in this list. But sometimes you have to. when you want to limit yourself to 5 and have already given ties to 2 people. But yeah, Bo Dallas, the current NXT champion, his brother Bray Wyatt, currently running the Wyatt family at the moment, definitely has that bloodline in being a son of Mike Rotundo, and definitely within the Wyndham family as well. So like I said, Bo Dallas, CJ Parker. Who else? Tell you what, you pick them out. If you have a list of your own, if you have top 5 talents in NXT that you want to see brought up to the main list, drop me a comment. Drop a comment in the box on YouTube, or if you're seeing this on Facebook, drop a comment in the section below. Let me know what you think. I'll join in the conversation, give you my opinions on it as well. So, I guess that's about it. First one back. Still getting my feelers back again. But this year I hope to come at you a little bit more often. Like I said, it's been hectic lately, but I'm gonna try it to again. So probably as time goes on, I will talk to you about wrestling that you probably haven't seen that you should be aware of. Probably talk about some video releases. Talk about stuff that I've talked about before. But you never know what's going to happen until you watch. So, if you want to drop me a comment, feel free to do so. aguri@yahoo.com. I do have a Facebook page that you could like. It's called Slammin Synapses, obviously. You could follow me on Twitter at the same thing, at Slammin Synapses. No G for that. So, I'd be more than happy to read anything that you send me and possibly include them on a future segment for feedback purposes. How did I do? If you've seen my previous segments and you're watching this now, how did I do? Is there anything that I could do to improve on this? Is there anything that I could add to this? Is there anything that you might want me to discuss on a future segment? This segment doesn't belong to just me. It belongs to you, because without you guys viewing this, then it's just me talking to a camera on my phone, and after a while, if you do that more than entertaining your audience, then you need to visit someplace. But save that for another time. So, for Slammin Synapses, this is Albert Guerrier saying good night. So long. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Good night, everybody.